Now we find Jenna Domingo.
Beautiful, Ray. Combination down to the low bar.
Just her third routine on the bars this year, coming off a season high at Stanford to close the season.
Little off there on that giant turn, but able to pull through combination. Finishing that double, taking that big step forward, but they made it through that first rotation.
Next up,
9.875 for Kyla Bryant. She did match Widener's 9.875.
Oh dear, she almost fell off there on the mount.
This is Jay Tan, a freshman from Singapore. Amanda, she hasn't competed ever at the collegiate level. This is her debut.
Well, you know, when she started that mount, I didn't think she was really starting officially, and then all of a sudden she popped up and barely made it on. It looked like she was a little nervous, a little timid. Finding her groove there. There's a beautiful leap pass, switch leap to switch half. Strong split half. She has nice posture throughout this routine. Looks like she's gaining confidence, having more rhythm throughout this routine as she comes to the close here. Dismounting. Gainer pike off the end.
Tan does have a connection to Stanford. Of course, it's one of the greatest universities in the world, so it's going to bring students from everywhere. But her aunt, Maytai O'Malley, was a coxswain on the Stanford men's crew team back in the day. Washington closes with its best on the floor. Here is Amara Cunningham.
Combination front through to double tuck. You see all the teammates joining in early in the season. When we talked to teams, they said, we know the energy is going to be different in the arenas. Normally thousands of fans, all their friends cheering them on, so they had to learn how to create their own energy. So the teams on the sidelines really getting into it, performing, rooting their teammates on, especially on this event. Big double pike there and a big smile. Great routine. That'll definitely edge out that 8.65 early on in the rotation.
Amara Cunningham, vault and floor with the 4 wins on floor. We'll find out about her score, and it greatly affects the Gym Dogs rotation. Arizona just went 48-6 to open on vault.
All the way through.
Check out Oregon State on the floor, 9-8, 9-9, 9-9. And here comes Savannah Force, a floor specialist. She's been on the floor in every meet 5 times, 9-8 or better. Her best, 9.925 at Stanford.
Nice double pike to start it. Front layout, front full. Double tuck, yeah. She got really high. It did not rotate really quick, so she did a great job of pulling it around. But you notice when she landed, she had to take a step forward. But great air awareness to know that she really had to pull in that last flip.
She was hanging in the air, wanted to see her get all the way around. 9.825 for Wibner. Kyla Bryant, remember we just saw her in that last rotation with that very impressive 9.95 on the floor in the anchor spot for the Cardinal.
Wow, there's that power. She floats into that landing. She's almost doesn't even have to bend her legs, but because of that, she almost gets a little rebound. Way up in the air, wraps it in, and then straight up and down. She doesn't leave the mat. If you watch her feet, it's almost like she's so bouncy, she barely pops right off of it.
She's won twice on vault this year. Has gone 9.8 or better in 75% of her vaults. Has a 9.9. Should be in that neighborhood. Morgan Bowles went 9.725. Geneva Thompson. This is Thompson's best event. She's won twice. Her last three have all been 9.85 or better. Had a 9.9 against Oregon State.
Bounce over the low bar.
Saw Geneva go 9.85 on vault in the anchor spot last rotation.
Big release, a little close to the bar. Adjusted her position to catch, be able to work out of it nicely. Hitting that final handstand. Twisting double back. Holding that landing.
Oh yeah, showing it off too, making sure the judges know I can stand here all day.
Well, and that's 5 solid scores. I think we talked about this being a challenging event for Washington. They just were always making a mistake and having to count that mistake. So obviously the 9.675 is the score they want to bump, but they've locked in 5 strong scores.
Yeah, Washington has not reached 49 this year. Their average on the event is only a 48.325, counting all meets. Jessica Castles for Arizona on the beam. Second time we've seen her today. We're going to see a wolf turn, a triple wolf in this routine.
Oh, holding on there, back handspring layout, step out was a little lean to the left. Yeah, you always wonder at the championship if they keep those unique, difficult elements in the routine. Of course, they required a full turn, not required the double or triple.
She has been great on this event. Every one of her scores this year has been 9.8 or better.
Oh! Well, that was unexpected.
Completely. She has been fantastic on the beam this year.
See her catching her breath there. She was doing a front aerial and her landing foot completely missed. She's having to regroup.
Is this the triple? 1, 2,
There it
3.
is.
Known as the George, named after Kiana George, who we'll see later tonight in California. I remember she threw that in the first meet you and I did here in Utah over at the Huntsman Center, and we were ready for it. We didn't know she was going to do it.
And we weren't counting, so we were like, is that a double or a triple? You know, that's too bad. That was a great routine. Such a fluke, right, to miss that landing foot.
What happens here, Amanda?
Well, it's a front aerial, so you cannot see the beam as you're landing. Right here, you have to trust.
Oh.
And that foot just didn't even make it on. Her heel landed on the beam. And, you know, it's just a reminder, it's only 4 inches wide. So her heel was on, but you want your whole foot right in the center of the beam so it does not slip.
Good set going for Oregon State on the floor. The low score forces 9.775. Here comes Maddie Dagan. has the potential to score big. 5 times she's gone 9-8, including a 9-9-2-5 against Utah.
Front double full to start the routine. Oh no. Front layout, front full right there. She came up short on the front layout, so that affected her punch. Her knees got kind of soft. She was able to stay on her feet, but finishing double pike.
Just hasn't been Oregon State's day so far.
Yeah.
You can have one problem in each set. They've had 2, and that's held their scores down.
So, I mean, what a fight right there. She landed the front layout, and you could see her knees bent. Anytime your knees bend, you're not going to get the punch off of the spring floor. So then she had to tuck full, barely was able to get around, held onto it, of course, major deduction, and then took a step out of bounds.
Kyler Bryant, 9-8-5, so the score's rising quickly for Stanford. Sandra Jessen, anchor spot.
Richenko full. They've done a good job. They really rearranged that entire rotation, or their lineup.
Well, that should help them drop that 9-5 opener by Garcia, and they'll have 9-7 pluses all the way across. 9-8-7-5 by Geneva Thompson. Lauren Thomas. Another good rotation here for Washington. They're looking to drop a 9-6-7-5. And they could threaten 49 on this event. They haven't done it this year.
Great extension to
Got
catch
back
that
to
dagger.
it. Thought she was a little far away.
Yep, came up a little short on the cast handstand because of it.
Got out on the end of the dowels.
Needs to be aggressive right here.
A short.
Giant full right on top to a clean double tack. Definitely one of their strongest bar rotations of the season.
So Arizona now looking to drop Castles there. Serena Linton will have to do it. She has finally found her footing on this event, coming off a season high 9-8-5 in that triple meet against Southern Utah and Air Force in their finale at home in Tucson.
Triple series, 2 backhands from Soleil, step out. Well, she looked crooked the entire way down, but somehow pulled up tall and just locked that lunge in.
Serena's competed in every meet and is one of those great stories, the first college athlete in her family. And no crowd here at the Maverick Center in West Valley City in Utah, except for selected friends and family.
Center area full twist. Good for her. Pressure was on.
Yeah, came through. She did what she was asked.
Yeah, she took a deep breath there. And a big hug from the beam coach.
Yeah, that's what Taylor Spears is telling her. That's just what we needed, and you came through. So when you're in the anchor spot, you know what happens in front of you, and you know what your team needs.
And you've had to wait the entire rotation.
So here comes Caitlin Yanish. She's ranked 23rd in the country on floor, but in my mind, Caitlin Yanish is one of the top 10 floor performers in this country. We've been watching her for years on this event. Dynamic.
And you're going to see why right here, this first tumbling pass.
2-time All-American, has 6 wins last year, 6 wins this year. She's really good.
High flying double layup. The second flip lifts. So much rotation. We saw her earlier on the uneven bars. And all the other years, she's been one of their best on not just this event, but the vault as well.
Six times she's gone 9-9. 3 times she's gone 9-9-5.
High flying double tuck. Pressure was on her as the anchor as well, and came through big.
So besides the team championships, of course, there's bragging rights on each event. And somebody's going to have to go big tonight to beat Caitlin Yanish. We don't know the score yet, but I can tell you it's going to be good. Third rotation in the books. We'll do the math, come back and tell you what everybody needs for the fourth and final turn. And Stanford had not hit 49 all year long. Bryant needed a good score. She got way better than that. 9.95, the high score of the meet so far.
Well, she had the high flying, tumbling, lots of difficulty, and that smile across her face the entire routine. It was fun to watch.
49.350 officially for Stanford on the floor. That is their best of the year on any event. Good for them. Congratulations. Stanford in this final rotation will move to the bars. So it'll be Oregon State vault, Stanford bars, Washington, who's leading this session on balance beam, and Arizona on the floor. Now for Washington on the beam, they're only 7th out of 8 teams in this conference. So it's a tentative lead right now. Oregon State has had a tough day. They finished with one of their best events, 13th in the country on the vault.
And a good start. Layout full. Landings are going to be key on this rotation.
Kayla Burt, the scores have been rising in the late season. She had a 9.825 a couple of times on the road. Amanda Zing, freshman, who's always near the top of the lineup for Stanford. Stanford is sitting in 2nd place.
Jaeger to start the routine.
This has been a tough event for Amanda this year.
Earlier you asked which event is the most difficult when you can't train and thinking the balance beam as far as competition, but the uneven bars is an event you can't do anything for except train on it. So always a challenge.
Wow, her handstand was vertical. It was perfect. Total control. The dismount, great. Maybe a little side hop. But she's,
good start.
Yeah, she's psyched. Skylar Kilho-Wilhelm and Kathy Eckstein, 2 freshmen to begin on beam for Washington. They need 5 big scores.
Skylar is strong at the balance beam.
Well, she's coming off her best, had a 9.875 in California in the finale less than a week ago.
Oh, wow. That is a difficult way to start this event. She has been very consistent. They had her in this leadoff position to really set the tone, but now with a fall in that first spot, pressure will be on the back part of the lineup. Beautiful kick over front.
Boy, it got real serious on the Washington bench, didn't it?
Well, finishing on the balance beam is almost as difficult as starting on the balance beam, but completely different reasons. Of course, they're leading the meet And that pressure is on. Difficult combination there. The problem happened on her back handspring layout step out. It really wasn't that far off, but you could see that back foot came down on the
all
side.
The way across the beam.
And it's just so challenging to save when that mistake happens so quickly.
We haven't seen Laura Lee Horton since the very first performance of the meet. And she opened on vault. She's been up and down on floor this year. Twice has gone 9-8.
Clean combination. Back 1.5 to front full. Front 1.5 twist. Very clean routine and a strong way for Arizona to start on this event. She had a lot of combination passes, twisting passes, but all of them had good landings.
9.775 for Bird. Here comes Christina Peterson. Christina Peterson just put up a 9.9 on floor for the Beavs. So she comes in with a lot of confidence and a lot more speed.
And a unique vault right there. That Yurchenko half on, half off. It's a more common vault. It is a bit challenging to judge for the reason that they don't see it a lot. So it'll be interesting to see what kind of score she gets here today.
And
She's
Peterson,
excited about it.
She had not gone over 9.8 all year on the vault. That one's got a chance. Widner's had a good day for Stanford. Trying to finish it off here on the bars. This will be her 4th bars routine, season high 9.725.
Beautiful handstand to start the routine. She has that stunning toe point, stands out on this event. Every time she holds a handstand, you really see it. Beautiful.
Widner had a 9.825 earlier on vault.
Clean routine. She didn't have any major releases or big skills. Hit every handstand, legs glued together.
She had a 9.85 on floor. And a 9.875 on beam, so Widner's had a great day. Just the 9.25 for Kilo Wilhelm. They'll want to drop that. So now you need Eckstein, Bowles, Thomas, McNamara, and Russin all to score for Washington to protect this lead. So as if there isn't enough pressure on the Pac-12 championships and then finishing on beam, now they have to do it without making a mistake. Coming off her best last week at Cal, 9.8. They would love a 9.8 right here.
She's been solid so far. She had that unique combination, the front aerial. Normally you see one back handspring. She did 2 back handsprings. There's a nice smooth rhythm throughout this routine.
That move much harder than it looks.
Anytime you take your eyes off the balance beam, and of course you're looking way up into an arena, and then as your feet hit the beam, you have to remake eye contact with it. Oh, goodness.
Back foot came off right at the end of the beam.
That was such a great routine going, too.
initially, I'm just glad to see her pop up because it was kind of an ugly fall. Check back with the Gym Dogs in a moment. 9.85 for Laura Lee Horton is a great score on the floor. Comes Danny Nosek. Nosek has had some modest scores on the floor. 4 times she's gone better than 9.8s.
Big double pike. Oh, that heel went out of bounds. So she'll get that 1/10 of the deduction. Nice combination pass there. Strong double tuck to finish it.